So here I am with Connor and Macca following today's 3-2 victory against Millwall Lionesses.
Yep.
Boys, so give us your thoughts on the game as a whole so far.
Okay.
You want this one?
Yeah, I'll go. Tough game. Not that we didn't expect it. Dartford versus Millwall is always it's a derby. I've learned that in my short time here, that it's a game where it's not for the faint-hearted. I think the team that works the hardest eventually comes out with the win. The game was kind of one of two halves, because I think we should have been well out of sight first half. I think we had a lot of chances. I think we came in at half time. I think we counted 8 for us and 1 for them. Good chances, really good chances that we potentially should have taken. We came in 1-0 up, but we was also just really cautious that at any stage that game can turn, and it proved in that second half, where I think we conceded some really sloppy goals. And it's always a kind of a pattern of play against Millwall, because when we played them in the cup game about a month ago, 5 weeks ago, same scoreline, same type of game really, but we conceded 2 really sloppy goals. I'm not going to say bad goals, because fair play to Millwall, they've got them, but for us defensively we've had a number of clean sheets back to back, and so to concede the goals that we did probably wasn't what we wanted. But I think we spoke about character. The one thing about these ladies is they've got plenty of character, and so at 2-1 down, Joe's come up with a great goal, great free kick, and then obviously Vaughan's gone on and scored the winner late on. But I just think, yeah, they've got huge character. I saw a lot of selflessness today, which is something that I'm really happy with, because we're asking these women to kind of put themselves through, runs that maybe won't get them the ball, but eventually gets the team into some really good positions. And so that for me was probably the most pleasing thing today. We've got through the performance, we've got another 3 points, we're still top of the league, and we move on to Crawley next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you agree?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so actually first half, obviously, I think you 8 chances to their 1.
Yeah.
I mean, what sort of message did you give the girls at half time? Was it just sort of more of the same, or was anything you had to tweak tactically to get something different out of the game?
Well, we definitely didn't say go and concede in the first 5 minutes and make it really, really hard for yourselves. That's a real tough test. But what we did say is Millwall aren't going to sit there and roll over.
Yep.
They're definitely going to come back at you. They're probably going to get a rollicking, which any good side would. And we definitely thought they was a good side.
Yeah.
And they will fight, as we said. Like, this group of people have a target on their back because they're top of the league, and they're doing so well. And people are a little bit envious of success, and success is there for interpretation on whatever you deem success. But we are happy with what we're seeing. Was we happy with the first 15 minutes? No, because I think we ended up going 2-1 down. So we had no choice but to change it. But we felt that we knew what Millwall was about. We've been here 3 times before with them. We know that they're hard working. They're not going to give you anything. But I don't know if we took them too lightly. I don't know if we felt that we'd done enough work last week. All these tiny little factors that may creep into the game, we can't affect that. All we can do is affect maybe the personnel, formations, all that sort of stuff. But you can't legislate for maybe Joe sticking one in the top corner and only doing what she does for the last 3 or 4 seasons is pop up with match-winning goals, and like it's out of our hands to a certain degree. Yeah. But you go back to character and things like that, and this group deserve everything that they sort of get, and we're happy with the win.
Unbelievably so.
Yeah. Just a quick note as well on the supporters as well. Obviously, today was a game which was played in horrendous conditions. Constant rain throughout the 90 minutes. But still, the supporters still turned out in the numbers as they did throughout most of the season, like in particular last week at Dulwich as well. How key have they been to us this season?
I think they're the reason why we're probably as successful as we have been. Obviously, I think sometimes supporters go kind of unrecognised by football clubs because there's just an expectancy that they will do what you said, which is turn up in the cold and when it's raining and snowing, etc., etc. But I always go back to a couple of the first conversations we had with the ladies in pre-season was, what did you want for success this year? And they all sort of said, if we can get more people turning up to the games. Now, it gets spoken about a lot by the ladies in this dressing room. The amount of people that are turning up, the amount of new faces that are showing. And I think it's huge credit to them. It's huge credit to the group, because there has to be a reason why you turn up. And I think a lot of it is to do with the fact that they're real, they're honest. You always mention it about they're approachable in the bar and stuff like that. And it's something that I kind of see a lot, because everyone's got an affiliation to somebody. And talking to some new supporters even today in the bar, they were just like, we've started to come. And the reason we like it is because our kids actually get to talk to the players. And that's not saying that they don't at any other standards of football or any other levels, but I think here is such a family environment. And so to answer your question, like, it's huge the supporters are here. We hear them every week. And today it was absolutely gale force wind, teeing down, and so many people we could see on both sides of the pitch. And Dulwich last week, like you said, it was amazing. I think there must have been 200 people there to follow the girls. And so it's huge credit to the development of the women's section. It's huge credit to the group. And like we've said, they're role models. They're role models for so many people. And the final thing is the amount of kids that come. Like, that is the huge thing. And I think as a football club, Dartford, we are a community football club. And community often gets overlooked for the spectator side of it. But I think when you've got kids and you've got sort of various families coming along for a day out because they feel involved in it, I think it's actually doing what we started out to do. And the football obviously is then becoming the success that comes along with that. So,
yeah,
what would you say?
Yeah, it all comes hand in hand. Good people in the group, then they bring good people to come and watch you. That gets you over the line.
Yeah.
Winning games of football, we keep talking about, brings fans, and it just goes round and round, and it sometimes gets you to win. Sometimes, like we think it did last week.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it definitely did last week. It definitely did, and that's why we were so kind of joyous about the celebrations at the end. But listen, everyone brings family to the game, and then all of a sudden they become the match day media man, don't they?
Yeah, they certainly do. I know you had to get that one in. And just finally, obviously today we've announced 2 new signings today. Emma Witter and Madison Woodgate.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to bring to us as a squad for the rest of the season going forward?
I'll go Emma.
Yeah, cool.
You go Madison.
Yeah.
Emma Witter will bring us experience. I think the one major thing that really kind of excited us when we spoke to Emma was she understood that potentially her involvement could be across both the first team and the development. Our development side is a great side, but it's young, and that's the way it should be, by the way, because obviously we want to try and promote as many people into the first team. But every now and again, their learning has to come from experience on the pitch. You know, we're quite lucky in the first team in that we've got some senior players that can talk to the younger generation and kind of give them information and positivity and stuff like that. And I think Emma will bring that. I think already in the first sort of 2 weeks that she's been here, what she's actually bringing is a real kind of excitement to the group as to her personality. She's a winner. She doesn't want to get beat. She's very humble. That's the one thing I like about her. And ultimately, she's been there and done it. And so she can talk to a lot of the players about what she's experienced at other clubs. And I think that's quite huge for us. And also she's someone that I think when the going gets tough, you need people like Emma in your dressing room. And so we spoke to her about it, and she was very pleased that we saw that in her. And she scared the life out of us when she used to play against us. Like, she was very, I don't want to use the word aggressive, but she was very much she was in our faces. And, you know, against the side that wanted to play, she disrupted us. So I think she'll bring that in fact, I know she'll bring that to us. So yeah, we're really pleased to get Emma over the line, and today we unfortunately couldn't get her on against her old team Millwall, but she understands, and again, her experience kind of told at the end, because she was happy for the group and she knows she'll get minutes moving forward.
Yeah, no, definitely. I totally agree with Emma. And just with Madison, she's on the complete other end of the spectrum. So she's 17, she's come in from Aylesford. We wanted to get her in maybe a few weeks ago, along with her sister, but she brings that youthful side, that rawness, that experience maybe can't give you. And that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad attribute. We've been on the receiving end of some really bad results in teams that she's played in. She's really hurt us with her tenacity, footballing brain, and just that eager to want to go and love and enjoy football. Comes from a great family, good background. I think they'll be at she's at every training session. She wants to learn, which is such a fantastic attribute. I think everyone is like that in this side. I think we only bring in players that we feel that we can develop. And she's definitely one of them. We didn't hesitate in bringing her on today at 2-1 down.
No.
Because we feel that we know what she can do. She's done an okay job in a team that she doesn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there'll be loads of things for her to come, and she's got like the world ahead of her. So working with players like Emma and all that, she'll just get her arm around her and she'll just take her under her wing and she'll be fine.
Yeah, lots to look forward to out of both of them, I think.
Yeah, boys, as ever, thank you for your time.
Cheers, Con.
And cheers.
See you later.
Yeah.
Top man, well done, Con. Well done, sunshine.
That's better.